Is it really worth adding points into the Confusion Stone to increase the transmutation rate? Let's test this together and find out. Welcome YouTubers, many of you have been asking for a Confusion Stone video, so today I'll finally show you everything in detail. First, we are going to check the experience I receive with my current transmutation rate. After that, I'll start adding points into my skill tree as well as into my stamina stat. This way we can clearly see what percentage increase I get from those extra points and how much more XP I will gain as a result. I will also take a closer look at whether the monster spawn rate actually increases when we place points into the Confusion Stone skill. Another important part of this test is to check exactly how many stamina points are needed before we notice a real difference in transmutation. At the end of this video, I'll put everything into the XP calculator so we can compare side by side. This will help us answer the big question: how much time do we actually save from the extra XP? And is it truly worth investing points into the Confusion Stone? Stick around until the end so you don't miss the results. At the time of recording this video, I currently have some active XP boosts running as well as an event that is giving extra experience. Because of this, my total XP increase is sitting at 585%. This means the numbers we are going to see will be quite high, but the most important part is not the total amount of XP, it's the percentage difference we get when increasing the transmutation rate. Right now, my transmutation rate is at 35%, so the first thing we are going to check is how much XP I receive with this amount. After that, we will start increasing the percentage to see how much higher the XP can go. I currently have 170 points left over, and my plan is to place these points into stamina. The goal is to find out how many stamina points it actually takes to increase the transmutation rate by 1%. On top of that, I also have not yet added any points into the Confusion Stone Strengthener or the Confusion Stone Mastery. This will give us a clear comparison of the before and after results once we begin upgrading. Now, because the XP event is still running, it is a little difficult for me to find a perfect hotspot to test in. However, the location we are at now should be good enough for this experiment. After running the test for 10 minutes, my XP is averaging at 228,000 XP per second with a transmutation rate of 35%. That's our baseline number. Let's now go ahead and start adding points into the transmutation skill tree. By doing this, the spawn rate of mobs will become faster. A faster spawn rate means we are dropping more mobs in a shorter amount of time, which directly leads to more XP per second. In addition to that, the transmutation rate itself will also increase. This part is important because the transmutation rate affects the amount of XP you get from the special extra mob that spawns through the Confusion Stone. One detail to notice here, on the far left of the screen in blue, you can see that the original mobs in this area give higher XP compared to the mobs created by the Confusion Stone. Right now we are getting about 146,000 XP from the Confusion Stone mob. Also, for every Confusion Stone mob that spawns, we are killing about 7 to 9 regular mobs in between. That is something we'll keep track of when adding points. Next, I'll add 16 points into the Confusion Stone Strengthener. This should increase the total transmutation rate by 16%, bringing it from 35% up to 51%. Then, by adding an extra 4 points, the rate increases again to 55. So now, with these changes, let's restart the bot, run the test again for another 10 minutes and see how much XP we are receiving at a higher rate. Keep in mind, however, that for the new transmutation rate to take effect, you will need to spawn a brand new Confusion Stone. If you are still using the old one, it will continue to provide XP based on the older rate. So always make sure to refresh and spawn a new stone after making changes. If you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and comment down below if you have learned anything new from this video. Alright, 10 minutes have now passed and we can see the new results. The average XP per second has gone up to 244,000 XP. This is around a 7% increase compared to before, when the transmutation rate was at 35%. Now that we increased it to 55% and also improved the spawn speed, the overall XP gain is noticeably higher. If we look more closely, the XP we are getting from the Confusion Stone mob itself is now 229,000. Before, it was only at 146,000. That means the XP from the mob has increased by about 57%, which is a big difference. Another thing I noticed is that the Confusion Stone mob is now dropping every 5 to 6 original mobs. while before it was between 7 to 9. This shows us that the spawn rate really has become faster. Next, let's test what happens when we add points to stamina. From what I can see, adding points into stamina does increase the transmutation rate. To make it simple, I'll round the current rate up to 60% and then add points slowly to measure how many are required for a 1% increase. The result is clear. You'll need to add 10 stamina points to raise the rate by 1%. After using all of my leftover points, the transmutation rate is now 73%. I'll restart the bot, spawn a confusion stone, and we'll check exactly how much XP this new rate can provide. So after running the test for 10 minutes with the transmutation rate of 73%, and with my overall XP boost still at 585%, my average XP per second is now sitting at 249,000. This is about a 2% increase compared to the earlier test. The most interesting part, however, is the additional XP I'm receiving from the Confusion Stone mob itself. The number has now increased to 304,000 XP. Before it was at 229,000 and originally it was at 146,000. So from the very first test, the XP from the mob has more than doubled. That's an increase of around 33% compared to the second test and over 100% compared to the first test. If we look at the bigger picture, after adding points into both the skill tree and stamina, my overall XP per second has gone up from 228,000 up to 248,000. That's roughly a 9% increase in total XP gained. Now, of course, if I wanted to push this even further, I could move some points from agility into stamina to raise the transmutation rate a little more. But for my current build, I'm happy with how my stats are balanced, so I'll keep them as they are. Now let's answer the big question. Is it actually worth investing points into the skill tree and stamina for the Confusion Stone? To make this clear, let's put the numbers through the calculator. If I was at level 800 and receiving 228,000 XP per second, it would take me around 23 hours and 10 minutes of grinding to reach level 801. But with the increased rate giving me 248,000 XP per second, that same level would only take about 21 hours and 18 minutes. That's a time saving of nearly 2 hours for just one level. At first, this may not sound like a huge difference, but when you consider how many hours we spend grinding, those small savings add up quickly. Over many levels, you'll be saving days of total grinding time. And remember, I am still only testing this in Deep Dungeon 2, which is considered a lower level map at level 800. Once you reach the higher maps where the monsters give millions of XP each, the benefits will become much bigger, and the extra XP will push your levels up much faster. So in my opinion, yes, it is worth adding points into the skill tree and stamina to increase your transmutation rate. It may not be as suitable for under level 800 as it won't increase the XP by much, but as you get over level 800 and the maps provide XP in the millions, it will definitely add up. If you want to learn more about my build and also how I managed to reach 176 attack speed, check out this video linked here. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if it helped you, and I'll catch you in the next one.